It's in the game.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who only became a starter relatively late in his career. It's the well-traveled veteran, Josh McCown.
It may feel to us fans that Josh McCown's been in the league for about 30 years now, but it was the 2002 draft that delivered him to the NFL. And how does he stay in the league for so long? Great teammate, terrific leadership skills, knows that he can help develop young quarterbacks, and when called upon to play, usually delivers.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
Brandon, if I told you I want to talk about a running back that averaged 4.4 yards a carry, scored 5 touchdowns on 772 total yards, you'd want to do that, right? Exactly, because that's what we're going to do. Bilal Powell, he had a big year in 2017, knows how to run in traffic, knows how to get to the perimeter, and can shake people in the secondary and take it the distance. Big year for Bilal Powell in 2017.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
I know we're still playing 11 on 11 in the NFL, but Chris Harris's ability to move into the slot and be a nickel corner makes me think we should have 12 guys listed on depth charts all the time, because he goes in there and takes away the quick, small receivers, the tall, rangy receivers, and sometimes if tight ends move in there, he can cover them as well with his strength.
McCown looks to throw on third. Dumps off to Powell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
McCown now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
McCown going to hand this one off to Powell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is McCown on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in near an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
McCown throwing on second. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
This is the running back, Powell. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, with that
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell taking it in. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be Case Keenum, the 6'1 QB out of the University of Houston.
And what a career he had for the Cougars. How about over 5,000 yards passing in 3 seasons there, each of 3 seasons? And it hasn't stopped because last year in Minnesota, 2017 for the Vikings, over 3,500 yards, went 11-3 as a starter. He still has the magic.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10 at their own 22. On first down, it's Keenum. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On second down, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Derek Wolfe able to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. Charles and I back to Denver after this. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. Working from the gun, McCown. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's McCown. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, here's McCown. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. This will be caught at about the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A very solid gain of 27.
One of the selling points of the in route is against a quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the handoff, This is Booker. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Darren Lee there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A second down carry for Booker. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Tuck it and run. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll hand off to Booker. Oh, able to avoid, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker taking it in from 14 yards out, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's Devontae Booker that's able to finish it off with a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Bilal Powell and his offensive mates retaking the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Throwing on first is McCall. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now McCall, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Keenum now to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Take 52. Take 2. Take 52. Got, we're good. Got.
Keenum now on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Keenum now on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The final shot before the break. Keenum flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. On third down, Booker. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
53. Hey, take 53, 55. 58, boys, 58.
They do go for it. It's Keenum. Flush to his right. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And the athleticism on this spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On first down, Keenum. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Darren Lee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Very left.
Keenum to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw it back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Partner, I really don't have words for that one. It's not often you see a completed pass lose that kind of yardage.
So McCown comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's McCown. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
McCown will try again on second down. And that is incomplete.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now McCown into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, Keenum flushed out right. And it's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Roger.
Here's Keenum. And his throw here is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Keenum again. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are in for 6. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Josh McCown of the Jet offense heading back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Powell. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd and long, it's McCown. And he's got a moonwalk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. McCown, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Powell, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. McCown throwing on second. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
McCown going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run. This is Powell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Oh, this is blocked. And the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 29. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. They'll try and run with Booker. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker with his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And his throw is incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
McCown now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. McCown again on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right, 20.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
53.
Keenum's going to throw it here, escaping the pressure right. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, 29 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. McCown now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. From midfield, here's McCown. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now McCown. Here's Wolford over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. On first down, McCown. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And that's incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver, as his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that trip to the end zone, I think that's the dagger.
Handshakes all around now. Everybody looking at each other and starting to celebrate a big victory.
McManus now for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on first is McCown. Anunu's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is McCown. He's going to let it flop. That's caught inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final try for McCown. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
EA Sports. It's in the game.